All right, Panther Lair, this is my last video in my breakdown of Bub Carrington's performance in Pitt's opening night victory over NC A&T. If you guys have been reading my content for a while, have been, listening to my voice overlays, then this is going to be very similar to the ones that I've done in the past. Usually when I go to voice overlays, it's for something like this, where we're looking at very similar possessions. I think you saw that in the likes and dislikes at the end of that article. So love doing these kind of things. These are going to be 3 different possessions that occur within a 2-minute span of each other. The first 2 are back-to-back offensive possessions, and this is going to flesh out why I think his assist numbers are going to hold. Again, not at 10, but he's going to have a high ceiling or a high floor in terms of his assists. And also I think it's going to contribute to why he can continue to be at least a double-digit scorer. He makes really good reads in these situations. Let's talk about why. So this is going to be 3 possessions here at the end of the game, like I said, and it's going to be the offense I talked about earlier in this article, which is kind of a chin variant here. You're going to see the slot-to-slot pass between the 2 guards, but you're going to see the chin screen that's kind of like feinted and or not set, and instead that flows back into another slot pass that turns into a ball screen. So this is going to be a little pitch back, a pitch ahead DHO. There's the slot-to-slot pass. This never turns into the chin screen, though, and I think that's kind of why it's more variant. Instead, it immediately flows into this back screen pinup. And in this situation, what you're going to see Carrington make a read of is how they're going to play Federico as he rolls. So we know that Leggett, in I think this is Zach Austin last clip, he's going to drag this defender into the corner, forcing that defender to be the low man. You cannot high tag these things. It didn't really even work out because this defender was calling out Leggett. But high tagging on Federico is a problem if Hinson's involved because his ability and willingness to shoot from anywhere. But you can see that this defender 2 feet in the paint to defend Federico. Maybe at this point, Carrington doesn't want to make this lob over the top, but recognizes, hey, this defender is cheated completely. So as he vacates back out, though, Federico just kind of seals off his man. This defender probably has some periphery of the drive, but he's so focused on Leggett that he never really comes back into the picture. And this is a nice left-handed layup. So now Carrington has seen this, and he's seen it earlier in the game as well, but seeing how the defense is going to play the rolling Federico. So it's going to be the same setup, and we're going to have a very similar situation where when Federico rolls into the middle of the floor, again, he can't really high tag this. Hinson's right here. You have to stay a little bit more glued. This defender is going to once again cheat. He's 2 feet in the paint. And honestly, against a better team, this might be a turnover. This might be a turnover against a better team. Federico makes a nice two-handed, short-handed catch here and finishes right underneath the hoop. But Carrington aware of how the defense is going to play Federico, maybe a little bit more confident, taking a chance there. Also was looking for the triple-double at that point, so maybe a willingness to try to get an assist. And this is the 3rd possession in the sequence. Again, early setup. Here's the slot-to-slot pass. Really not a chin screen there. Kind of a variant. This is going to flow into that pin-up, back screen. And this time again, but look how early this defender is choosing to, cheat over on Federico. Now, part of it is maybe he recognized that Carrington has picked up his dribble, but he picks up his dribble, pretty much at the same time as this guy's already decided to take a sprint here. So it's not as if like that influenced so much as, hey, I just saw this happen. I know the lob's coming over the top. And Carrington knows like, hey, well, this is going to open this passing window into Austin, especially if this defender is that concerned of Federico. And Austin makes a really nice shot fake, mini shot fake, drive, keeps his balance, scores along the baseline. So overall, you can see here that Carrington just makes 3 different but really good reads that result in points for Pitt. Yes, NC A&T is not the most competitive team that Pitt is going to play, but the ability to understand where help is coming from, get the ball to the right people, and also understand where there's a scoring opportunity for himself, those things are all going to continue to bode well for him and bode well for the team. I expect Pitt to put in wrinkles to this type of set because they did that throughout the entire last season, which was kind of new to, 2 seasons ago. You didn't see nearly as many wrinkles as we did last year, but it's going to come down to Carrington making solid reads out of ball screen situations, and there's going to be plenty of times where help defenders are crashing down on Federico. So his understanding of when can I score for myself, when can I get this into Federico, and if the help is going to crash, what is the most available pass for me that's going to result in a scoring opportunity? Those things are all much farther ahead than I think I would have predicted. It's one of the things I thought that Burton and Cummings leaving was really going to hurt this team because where are they going to replace that from? because that did not exist when it was only Burton and certainly didn't exist before he even got there. So really good job by Carrington here. I think this, again, is why his assist numbers are going to be up there, why his scoring numbers are going to be up there, and really anxious to see how this develops over the course of the season.